lymphatic cleansing, doing a little yoga near the end, maybe about 20-25 minutes. And what we're going to do is really take our time and think about how our body feels, how our mind and body connect, and we feel more relaxed, or we can get rid of that tension that kind of builds up in our jaws or our forehead, back of our neck, just taking our time. So you want to have comfortable clothes. When you do the lymphatic cleanses, it's really nice to have, I just have a few, just even like a organic, this is just flaxseed oil. Jojoba oil works really well because it's pretty natural, like your skin. Just a minute, let me adjust this for you a minute. It's just a little crooked. Okay. And I got some also just rosehip oil. You can use extra virgin olive oil, but anything organic that's a nice oil that will really soak into your skin and really heal it. So no preservatives, no dyes, no phthalates, no petrochemicals, anything like that. Just something real pure, simple, just nice and easy. So we're gonna just start. I have here just a few different things you can use for lymphatic cleansing. The only thing you really need, you can even do it without an oil, is using your hands to do it. And so I'll show you second with some of these too, but we'll just start with the basics of the lymphatic cleansing. And it's just yesterday was Tuesday, and then Anne, let me get her name, she did a class at landzen.com, Anne Adametz, and so she did a wonderful class on everything you need to feel good now. And it was wonderful because it was about breathing, taking those 3 breaths, really feeling it coming in and going out, and just kind of listening to your body, kind of listening to that. Great about getting up in the morning and focusing on that is going to be a great day. Start with that. And then also to find your peace, and then creating time to do the stuff, setting that time for you sometimes during the day. So she had, if you get a chance, be sure and watch it. It was really incredible. After you're even doing some of it with her, you could feel it. So she wants you to have things that you can feel. So with the lymphatic cleansing, it's getting rid of that tightness, that built up fluid, because we have more lymphatic fluid in our body than we even have blood. So it can get backed up. It's supposed to be taking out the free radicals, ridding our body of it. So it's really great to do a lymphatic cleanse once a day, maybe twice if you can. Some people do it a few times, and you can do it very simply. The one that I like is one that's just, you think of 7 points in your body, and it's kind of to open them up, and then as you do different things during the day, like you're walking, or you're doing stretching, or you're doing yoga, or you're doing Pilates, or exercising, or just doing different work things as you're lifting and moving stuff, you're getting those muscles moving, the blood flowing also to help cleanse out your lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system, there's just miles of, mainly like in the neck, all through in the chest, under the arms, in the stomach. It works through the legs, down the legs, and in the back of the knees. So there's different places you want to kind of loosen up. So sometimes you can, again, put that lotion on and kind of rub it on your hands, and maybe you'll be doing it in the shower with soap, you could do it. Or if you're out of the shower, just put some lotion on. I like to sometimes too, if my shirt comes up, because when you're doing that rubbing, it's a little softer with the shirt or with a soft lotion on, or one of those good oils. So you're going to just start right in here. So this is kind of the, like the sink, the drain. This is the drain where everything from the head up, from the arms coming up, from the legs, everything come up. It's all going to be released and let go through right above your collarbone, the area. And you just think about a second for each circle, or just a second for each pat. So you're just doing nice and easy, kind of loosening that up. You can also cross your arms and do it like that too. So you're just doing that simple motion, just like a second for each one. A circle takes about a second for each one. trying to do like 10 to 15 or more. It's going to loosen up. And that's the main area. Once you unblock through here, kind of letting that go, nice and easy. Great. And you can also kind of press on the chest a little. You'll see that many times I'll press. So this is the first area, is the area especially above the collarbone, but also kind of along the top of the chest. And you don't have to press real hard. The lymphatic fluid and the buildup and those little tributaries of it, the way it flows out, that all is just like right under the skin. So you really don't have to press too hard, just nice and easy. So you're opening up so everything from above and below can go through. So you've unloosened, open that up to let that loose. And then we're going to go work through our way down, and then we'll do the head and neck a little more. So then under the arms too, you're just kind of grabbing and pulling forward to kind of get that loosened up right under the arm, kind of pulling it forward. So again, you can do just one side on this one, just those few minutes. I mean, not few minutes, but maybe like 10 times at least on each side. And it's just, it doesn't have to be real tight, but just kind of pressing, almost like you're just kind of pulling it forward. And it really helps to move all your tissue here and even through the chest. So again, nice and easy, kind of loosens up, again, those areas like right under the armpit into the body here. Great, so just about 10 on each side. And then we're just going to come up to just under the ribs and that center part, and you're just, again, sometimes it might hurt just a tiny bit because it's a little tight, but again, you don't have to press hard. Just a nice circle. So it's just like, or if you're tapping, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Great. And then you're just going to do the stomach area, and it helps with digestion. Everything else, you're just doing like a nice circle here, kind of pressing in. You can also kind of tap it in. So you can either rub it along, or you can tap it around, just right through the center of the stomach to really help that flow. And while you're doing all this, just think mostly breathing in and out through the lower abdominals, breathing in and out through the nostrils to kind of help you kind of relax and kind of feel how nice that is to get that all loosened up. And then on tops of the legs, just inside, and you're just going to pat or rub that up just nice and easy. So you can either pat it or rub it, because again, a lot of your lymphatic drainage areas are all through there, kind of connected to the lymph nodes that are kind of in the back of the wall of your stomach, they're kind of by your neck, under your arms. So you're kind of just massaging them a little bit to loosen that out, just letting that go. So again, just nice and easy, doesn't have to be too hard, just enough, that little pressing or rubbing. Great. And then the last area is right behind the knees. You're just thinking about just, excuse me, again, doing a circle with that movement, or just tapping it, kind of pressing lightly. So again, it doesn't have to be too hard, it's just kind of pressing. And again, maybe 10, you can always do 1 if you're sitting down, do one side, and then do the other. But again, whatever feels good. Excuse me. Great, so that lets that all loosen out. So again, starting here in the chest, under the arms, center, underneath the ribs, right in the middle, that kind of comes up, the stomach, do the tops of the legs, and then backs of the knees, and then through the face. So again, you can do this with a lotion or not. You can do it just in the shower with a nice soap that kind of lets you press lightly. So what I do sometimes for the face, it's nice to have just a little bit of oil. So just a little oil on your hand. And you just would take your time. Again, you're just taking your time, kind of just put that on to start from the neck to top of the neck. So you would have that kind of oil, And so again, you can just use your hands again. So you can kind of just make sure you're kind of still nice and relaxed. But I like to do it a tiny bit more. You don't have to because we've already done this area, but you can if you'd like. And so you're thinking about it kind of moving, so you can kind of split your fingers and do 2 in front and 2 in back, taking your time. And kind of lets that kind of, again, flowing out, kind of opens everything up. You can press, kind of like your finger and thumb, kind of making a little V. And again, just up, and then you can press down if you'd like. So bringing it back, and press down if you'd like. We've already opened this up, so it might flow good, but sometimes I still do that again, thinking of that, releasing. So then again, take your time. We're going to take our knuckles and we're just going to do circles here, like right by the lower part of the nose. Nice and easy. Again, just maybe 8 or 10 circles there. And then right in by the nose area here, just maybe 10 circles there. And then right by the eyebrows here, you can do the ends of your fingers or your knuckles, and you'll do just 10 circles there. Nice and easy, and I kind of do it fast, so try to think of slowing down to like a second a circle or a second a tap. So you can do that also. You just tap with your fingers. So again, you're kind of just releasing all that tightness. Circles just by right above the cheekbone here, the top where it just goes in a little ways, by your temples, and again, just nice little circles. And as you're breathing in and out through the nostrils and filling lower abdominals and stomach, you usually will, after all that, you will start to feel just almost like a release or getting rid of that. So you're helping your body to remove those toxins that kind of build up and kind of back up, so you feel kind of puffy or you feel achy, you may feel tired, you may feel like you have a weight on your face or head, you know, so just kind of letting and also kind of rubbing behind the back, not right on your backbone, your spine here, just kind of to the sides, to again kind of release that, relax that. It is amazing that self-care does everything for you. Helps you to feel more comfortable, helps you to feel like you can move better, and you just feel like you're not retaining all that liquid. Maybe your rings will feel a little looser yet, you won't kind of feel like you're keeping that all in. So also with lymphatic cleansing and getting your circulation going. Your circulation can go so much better through your body because it's not getting that inflammation or that heaviness and that built up fluid backed up. So it can kind of flow out, clean up, kind of bring all that out and go out, and also from your arms in. So they also show you too that there's different things you can use to help that lymphatic cleanse. This is just like a dry brush. So you can brush, kind of moving it up, kind of brushing it towards your shoulders and in, and then you can do the other arm. You can also start at the legs, do them up, working them up. You can also massage them with your hands. Of course, you wouldn't have to buy anything separate. And this is just one of those bath brushes, or you can use it with just under clothes, and that works well too. It doesn't work as well kind of up in here, but that brush, you know, once you got that loosened up and kind of get it going, but it works nice on your chest, also kind of bring it in, or under the arms, coming in, also in the center. But again, doesn't take much, and it goes right over your clothing without pulling. Really nice. And then it can also work in the upper leg to kind of do both sides, and then also behind the knees, but really feels nice. You've seen them maybe with other people, had little roller balls on it, but you know, it doesn't have to be too fancy, and again, can just be your fingertips pressing, kind of doing a massage, light massage. So again, take your time. There's also in the back, you can use like a brush like this, works too good to kind of brush up and do that dry brushing. Again, working loosening up at first and then bringing that all up. You can use like a glove in the shower that has the little bit of texture, or you can use a nice washcloth that has a lot of texture to also kind of brush and kind of move those fluids, kind of get them going. They also have different for your face and the rolling. They can do nice and easy too. And also they can kind of do through the cheek and jaw, and then the smaller end kind of by the eyes to kind of move that out. Just nice and easy. Doesn't have to be too pressing, but these work great because they don't pull the skin too much, but they do have that nice little pressure to kind of help your whole body and to kind of lift that up and then down the neck as you'd like. So again, just there's so many things. There's also like the stones and everything that are based for your face that kind of just go right along your jaw. But this is just shows what it's like. I just had broke mine last week. So again, they really kind of help. Again, kind of press, kind of get that fluid going out of your body, even, you know, using to your head, kind of releasing. It's amazing how much just those light motions starting here, all through here, to really start that, to loosen that all up. I would, most of the ones I've listened to videos and watched, like doctors and that, mostly they do like it to start in here to loosen it up, bringing it all in, kind of under the arms, even back, even kind of helping behind the legs, but really working to let everything open up and then release and go out of the body through here. So you're exercising, you're walking, your foods you eat that don't have a lot of chemicals in them are really clean, drinking enough water through the day. All these things will make those systems in your body work better, make them all bringing in that oxygen, helping your brain, helping your circulation to the fingertips everywhere. So really doing them helps so much. Quiet music, having fun with friends, connecting with family, all those things, the eating, drinking enough water, having that community or being able to help. That's why sometimes, you know, just with a pet too is so important, but being able to connect, to have things you like to do, hobbies, whether they're just, maybe you're going to walk with a friend, and maybe you're going to, maybe you both like certain things, so you can talk and share everything. So another good thing that Anne kind of taught in that yesterday was taking 3 breaths, and she started with kind of right hanging onto your earlobes, kind of working just like right inside, and you're just working that earlobe kind of up from the top, pressing it, kind of bringing it out, and then working inside the lower one, putting your finger in to kind of help move, not way in, but just enough to help move your ears, and you're breathing this whole time, and then pressing in the earlobe. And it's like a mini, almost like a mini massage to let all of that release. Amazing how sometimes you'll just have a flood of just release, kind of. You'll just feel so just like kind of revived, almost like right now it gives me a shiver, but that really is a great way in the morning to kind of get yourself going, to do that massaging, really working the ear at the top, then coming down, working it a little through there as you're breathing in and out. Listen to how your body feels. You're just kind of massaging into the ear very gently, and then the earlobe. And again, just even doing that again, I can feel that almost like release. So just thinking, listen to your body, feeling your breath as it comes in. As you breathe out, your eyes closed, doing another breath, breathing in And breathing out, kind of letting your body relax, your mind. Another deep breath in and out as you feel kind of the movement of your head. Feel it as it goes in and out and relaxing. It's so much better to bring you into the moment, to bring you into the feeling right now, not changing the past or future, bringing you into the moment to see how you want to go forward. And it's just one step at a time. So really a good idea to, if you get a chance, to watch Anne's Adamet's, her video on how to feel good right now, because you want to feel and see those improvements in your body. Just through doing that today, just moving, kind of releasing that, even like, kind of brushing with your hand, kind of bringing it up, works really good. That kind of just against the skin, doing the other arm, and just kind of see how different you feel just by those things. And take those moments, if you can, to feel gratitude, to feel thankful, to feel forgiving, or just anything you can that is good, that'll kind of bring out a smile to your face, some fun thoughts. Maybe there's some pictures that especially make you laugh or you enjoy. So do those good things for yourself and set that time aside for yourself. Really, if you can, watch Anne's, that it's on Tuesdays. It's like the Tuesday video of the self kind of help or self kind of renewal. It's really good. So we're going to do just a couple of yoga moves now at the end here. So yoga is about helping every system in your body. So the lymphatic, kind of helping all your lymphatic system, your circulatory, your respiratory, your ligaments, your muscles, your bone, just every body system in your body, hormonal, your immunity, all these things, all these systems in your body working together to get you kind of more balanced, to get you feeling better. And it works so well together with just that taking care of yourself and thinking more positive thoughts to kind of get yourself out of a rut, to kind of just bring yourself back into the moment with those 3 breaths. Sometimes you might have to do it a few times a day instead of just once, or you may not realize it, and all of a sudden you feel, why am I feeling so tight, or why am I overthinking right now? And just, take those deep breaths. Just stop, listen to how you feel as you're breathing. Take your time. So with yoga too, besides helping all these systems, you're really with each breath filling lower abdominals and stomach, breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can, breathing in and out. And you're also purifying that air as you bring it in, moistens and warms it, so it flows and works so much better through your body. When you breathe through your mouth, it dries that air. You don't get as much oxygen in. So as much as you can, work toward breathing in and out through the nostrils as much as you can. So even as we've been standing here doing this, we're kind of getting that blood flowing. Our feet are pressing down, vertebrae up. We've been kind of breathing throughout. That's what a yoga class is. It's the breathing, mind-body connection. By adding some different things and movements is great. And also with yoga, they like to incorporate a lot of that union between mind and body. It's forward bends, bending forwards, and so you stretch up through the back, up to the top of the head. Back bends, so it's the front part that stretches out and shortens through the back. Hips, you get those forward bends, those back bends. Sometimes they have a twist, side to side. So just stretching one way as far as you can, and maybe you're a little tight on the side. You might not stretch as far, but you want to do each side, but gently. Again, you have to just really listen to how you feel and change how you're doing it. With yoga, those forward bend, back bends, and twists are what they incorporate into the standing, balancing postures or stretching as you're either sitting on the floor or a chair, on your hands and knees on the floor. So they kind of bring those elements, all 3, into every part of that class or that movement too. So you can just do a standing up one for a day. You can do a whole maybe 45, 50 minutes up to an hour once a week to kind of really get your body loosened up, ready to go, breath working well in, or you can do mini yoga sessions just through your day Maybe sitting in your chair and stretching up as you stretch. Maybe you're sitting in your chair and you're just going to reach down toward your knees, let your body stretch. So again, breathing during that time and doing that, even sitting on the chair, you can kind of reach back and look over and feel that nice stretch, loosening up and doing the other side. So again, you can incorporate that in your day. Remember to do these things for you. Just say, today I'm penciling in, I'm going to do a little bit of yoga, and I'm going to make sure I walk at this time. Another day it may be 3 other things. So maybe today is my weights, doing weights day. I'm going to make sure I got my weights in. I'm going to make sure I kind of loosen up, kind of maybe do that lymphatic 7 to release, get that all working, and then do your lifting your weights, because that extra worn and motion and muscle work, exercise, really gets, again, your lymphatic system, your blood, your oxygen going through, helping your muscles. And when you do the work with the weights, your muscle mass and your bone mass, the bones get less porous, they get stronger, and your muscles, as they're kind of pulling with the bone getting stronger, so you'll have more muscle, really helps us all through our days, all until we're 90, 95, 100. They're going to help us through our lifetime to work our bodies, our digestion, to work the food through better, to keep that all flowing, getting the blood flowing, getting that balance so that your body isn't kind of like feeling like you're hunched over. You feel a little more able to, stand against the wall, bring your arms back, raise them up and back to kind of help your back. There's ways to really help and incorporate the breathing especially, and then getting in that movement, exercise, drinking water. Just let it start to come together, and just start in areas where you can do a little bit here. Maybe I'm going to stop eating this, and this is a little more healthy. I'll put that into my diet. Or I'm not drinking water. I forget for like 4 hours during the day. Set a little timer. I have to drink my water. I have to remember and drink, 3-4 big drinks, swallows, and then set it down. Maybe even half an hour again, do it again. So you want to get that water throughout the day as much as you can. And even in the morning, a little more, because you've been dehydrated all night while you're sleeping. So a glass or 2 sometimes in the morning as you're getting ready for work or whatever you're going to do for the day. So again, take your time. We're going to do just a few balancing postures to kind of help with our upper body. So first, we're going to just do a side bend. Feet are pressing down, vertebrae lifting you up. Still breathing in, feeling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, just pressing that air out. Deep breath in. So you can even feel your stomach go in and out. And I kind of exaggerated. It doesn't come way out. I'm just kind of showing you there, kind of in that lower abdominals. Deep breath in. We're going to bring our arm over as far as we're comfortable. You can look straight ahead or toward the ceiling. Again, take your time. And deep breath in, relax back. Great. Now we're going to do the other side. This arm along the side, other one up and over. Get as far as you're comfortable. Looking straight ahead or toward the wall or ceiling. And just kind of reaching up with the body and over with the arm. Deep breath in, stretching, and relax back. Again, great. Now the next one we're going to do is we're going to just relax our arms. We're going to drop our ear toward our shoulder, hand on that same side, pressing down. So see how it scrunches, kind of presses on the little ligaments underneath and everything. Again, that's kind of getting that flow going of not only our blood, oxygen as we're breathing, but lymphatic fluid, the blood, oxygen going through the whole body. And relax back up. Great. I'll drop the ear to the other side. And as we're pressing, again, it's kind of scrunching a teeny bit against here, kind of stretching the side of the neck. Nice and easy. We're still breathing in, feeling lower abdominals and stomach. And as you let go, it lets that blood flow that much faster through the body. Kind of tightens it, and then when you let it go, it just goes flowing so much better. So again, it's helping you in any way, just by doing upper body, doing your lower as you're walking, kind of bends the knees, scrunches a little, kind of a little behind the knee as you're walking, is again, getting that blood flowing. Plus, your feet as they hit on the ground are causing your muscles and bone to get stronger. So they kind of get that extra strength. And that's why walking is so important. You know, even just up on your heels, kind of little movements or little hops, kind of let it all shake out. And it's a great way to kind of release again all that lymphatic fluid, kind of getting it all flowing as you're bending the knees and jumping. That's really bringing it up to work and get out of your body. Great ways to kind of do it. And then you want to just, again, drink, flush that all out. So next one we're going to do is we're going to just do the tree. Think of the vertebrae nice and tall. We're going to bring our right knee to the side, placing the foot either on the floor by the ankle or toward the knee, but not on the right knee. So it's going to be above the knee or below the knee, not right on the knee. You can always have a chair or countertop or the wall close to you. Again, listen to how you feel. Many times when you're starting, it's nice to have that hand there and just kind of let go as you can. And you can focus on an object ahead. Whenever you're balancing, it's great to focus. Maybe it's on the end of a chair. It might be the wall, a picture on the wall. But don't shut your eyes because you really do need that help to balance, to focus ahead. And then relax your arms. Great. We'll do the other side. So again, always do one side then the other. So like if you had a knee that bothered you a little, you may not put all your weight on this leg and bring it up farther. You may just kind of keep them close so you can balance gently. And again, raising one arm or both. You can always keep them at the side. But you really do listen to how you feel. You want to take your time. You want to focus ahead. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Feeling lower abdominals and stomach. And relax. Great. We're going to do the chair next. So here again, feet pressing down gently, vertebrae lifting you up one by one, almost like you have something just lifting your head lightly as your feet are pressing down. So the feet are going one direction, upper body kind of raising up gently. It doesn't have to be much, just so you feel that nice little bit of strength or stretch. Shoulders relaxed and back. For the chair, we're going to take a deep breath in and we'll bring our arms out forward, palms up, or they can be out like this, depending on how flexible your arms and hands feel. We're going to keep our knees where they're at, and our hips are going to press back, almost like you're kind of just bending right at the waist, keeping the knees where they are, slowly bending. So starting like this, just going back as far as you're comfortable, look up as far as you comfortably can. Still breathing in, feeling lower abdominals and stomach. Breathing out, pressing as much air out of the lower abdominals as you can. If it's ever hard to do, you can always be right by a chair and just sit down almost onto the chair and then raise up a little. And then you can go all the way up, but you can kind of sit back and just try it gently. It'll strengthen you at the same time anyway. So you just want to take your time, and you're kind of doing a back bend here. See how instead of like this, just kind of pressing the hips back, kind of rounding the back a little more like that. So just take your time. Raise back up. We're going to take 2 deep breaths to finish. And so again, take your time. Really find time in your day to do just for you. To just have, maybe it's you're going to read a little part of a book, or maybe you like to watercolor, paint. Maybe you like to draw. Maybe you like to fix, like I like to do some of the plants, to water them, to just kind of check them out, learn more about them as I look up more on either Pinterest or Instagram about care, because I used to kill plants all the time, so I'm doing better. But just enjoy. Find those things that bring you joy, that you just love. Just really look for that. The last one, we're going to just take a deep breath in. So if your back or lower back hurts anywhere, you can always put your hands here and just lean back and look up. Sometimes I'll do it this way. Hands are kind of back a little bit for that support. And sometimes I'll do it raising the arms overhead. So again, just you'll stretch and feel it a little different each way. And it's great. So now we're going to breathe out, and we're reaching forward and rounding in, and it really kind of scrunches the stomach a little, kind of reaching forward, reaching, stretching. Now we'll take a deep breath in. And again, you can place your hands on your sides and breathing out, rounding forward, press that ear out, press it out. Deep breath in and breathe out, rounding forward, press that ear out and relax back. So again, just getting that forward bend, forward, back bend, like that, and also that extra oxygen kind of being pulled in as you kind of let the stomach stretch out, pulling and really scrunching out that air. Amazing how your lungs will love that, being filled so full, and get stronger, get better able to bring in this oxygen. So take care of your time. Take care to not let it be taken up in all the stuff you're running to do and taking care of. Do those time outs for yourself, whether it's walking in the sunshine, maybe it's just sitting outside, breathing in and hearing. Like right now you don't hear the crickets and different things like you did maybe a couple weeks ago, but you can hear like the wind, and you can hear some birds that are flitting around, and just take those times to not miss those special things going on in your world. So again, take your time, make sure, I really recommend kind of starting, releasing right through here first to unclog kind of that entryway into taking all this extra lymphatic fluid out and the free radicals and everything along with it. Helps your liver to get that kind of loose out of you and out of the blood, and then doing under the arms, kind of working all the way down to get rid of that and tighten. So again, you don't need special equipment, just your hands. Nice to have like a soft shirt that kind of can rub when you're doing it gently, and then also a good organic oil. Black seed oil is really good in healing. I wouldn't recommend like castor oil because it's a little more gooey when you're doing it, and it'll really feel like it. So jojoba oil, your extra virgin olive oil that you just cook with, that you use, is really good. Apricot oil, depending on if you don't have any allergies. So again, pick what works nice. It can be just simple. You can also add an essential oil there too that is good for the skin, like frankincense, lavender. Different ones are really good, but those main oils without it are good too. So take your time, find what works for you, and thank you for joining today. And again, think of that breathing, 3 nice breaths, nice and easy. Relax your shoulders as you're doing them. Shut your eyes then as you're seated. And then just kind of listen to your body and how you're breathing. You can always write down things that you may think of when you're doing that, and then just kind of relax again. Get that breathing going, nice and easy. Amazing at how you feel with just those simple things. So thank you for joining, and have a great day. Thank you.